Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of the Reaction Zone. I am your host, Russell Russell. Today we have some good commentary on the Tyreek Hill situation and how different parties choose to different parties who have a preconceived notion and how they use different videos that are available in the media to frame their argument. And it's really become a divisive thing based upon who you are. And if you can't see objectively and straight down the middle, you're on one side or the other. And we need to be straight down the middle. So we're going to get straight into the video. We're going to watch just short snippets, so this won't be a long one, just short snippets. This first video is for context only, just to show you the raw stock footage. And go.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Or what? Why do you have it up? Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me that.
We know where things went from there. Straight down the tubes. So that's just information. The first video, just information, objective, video, audio, let your eyes tell the story for what occurred. And I'm sure that you have all seen the complete video, so no need to play any more than that. Now, we're going to get into Roland Martin. Love Roland Martin. Been a fan of Roland Martin. Been listening to him for 20 years, even back to Chicago when he was on the radio. So totally a fan of Roland Martin. However, I don't agree sometimes with the way that he picks and chooses his footage to formulate his narrative. It's totally subjective, totally can be divisive depending on who you are. So let's check this video out. Watch what video Roland uses and watch how long it is. Check this out. 30 seconds.
A number of people on social media begin to post these videos. Do me a favor, guys. Go back to this video here. I want you to hear what these officers are saying to Tyreek Hill. So let's start this video over and let's play the video with audio. So let's play them all back to back so we can hear all of them. Go right ahead.
Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now.
And that's it. That's all he showed. Okay, hold on. He showed a little bit more, but this is more after the fact. And what really I care about is what caused it. That's what this video was about. I care about all of it, but specifically what caused it is what this video is about. And so you see, he had complete access to the same stock footage that we all do, but he chose passerby video, which is short and subjective and does not give a full picture of what really occurred. All right, next, let's go to my guy. Let's see, my boy right here. I don't know this brother, just, your brother, he's my boy. I Smoke Hip Hop Live is his channel. It's pretty good, but in this situation, this instance, the way that he presented his narrative is hysterical. Here we go.
Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins star player. He gets in a situation with crooked cops. Again, a lot was going on today, but I was watching Stephen A. Smith and Molly being some tap dancers. I don't know what they got together. I don't know if it's a Jalen Rose thing, but those two tangents have been doing the most. So I'm gonna fall back and show you the full footage of what happened to Tyreek Hill before we show you all the other receipts that are needed to be played today, so we can show you what really happened. Without further ado, here's the complete footage.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Where did the audio go? He cut the audio down and played his stock music and completely ignores context. Audio matters, man. I Smoke Hip Hop Live. I appreciate your videos, dude. But in this situation, bro, you gotta show the video. Otherwise, when you say crooked cops and then you don't show everything that happened, it's kind of like you are picking and choosing information that supports your narrative only. You're not giving complete context of what happened. So, dude, when your music started going, dog, I started busting up, man. I was rolling. All right. So he referenced Stephen A. And I love Stephen A, man. 80% of what his worldview that he presents to us, I agree with it. 80% of it. And let's take a look at what he had to say about the video. And the video that he used, which I'm not going to show, is the video from the stock footage that we saw first. So that's important to know. All right. Go.
But when it comes to Tyreek Hill, we also can't let him completely off the hook based on the statement that was made by the police department in Florida. They said, quote unquote, he was cooperative. He was uncooperative. We have a responsibility on this show, in any kind of platform that we have, to make sure we're doing what we can to save lives, to make sure that we're doing what we can to ensure that somehow, some way you get to live another day and fight that battle. We know how wrong they were. The police were excessive. No excuses. They should be ashamed of themselves, the way they acted. They just went overboard. Totally true. Especially when it came to Calais Campbell as well, who did nothing and put his arms up. He was no threat whatsoever, okay? They told him to step back. He stepped back. He let them know that was his friend. Another teammate, Janu Smith, comes in there. He's by his car. He's on the phone. He's clearly not posing any threat. The police officers were definitely agitated. They were wrong. Here's the problem. We all came on the air seeing the initial footage in complete, unadulterated support for Tyreek Hill. You pull over. They tell you to roll down your window. What's the first thing Shannon just talked about? The first thing they do when they pull us over, they pull me over, all my windows are down. My hands on the steering wheel. That is not what Tyreek Hill did. Tyreek Hill had his window up. The officer bangs on, knocks on his window. He didn't bang on his window. He knocked on his window. You hesitated to pull it down. The first thing you say is, don't bang on my window like that. Don't bang on my window like that. Don't bang on my window like that. He asked you for your driver's license. You hesitated to give him your driver's license. You said in the post-game conference, hey, y'all, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? What if you weren't Tyreek Hill? What would have happened to you if somebody that wasn't Tyreek Hill kept the windows rolled up, hesitated to roll it down, didn't give you the license immediately when you asked for it, and then hesitated to get out the car when they told you to get out the car? See, we got to be responsible. And the point that I'm trying to make is this. In no way should the officers be excused for what they did. I totally agree with you, Dom, every syllable. You too, Shannon, every syllable. But I also am saying, yo, Tyreek, yo, bro, you didn't deserve that. I'm not implying that you did. But the police officers do have the power. When they pull up on you and they tell you to roll down that window and they tell you to give you your driver's license and they tell you to get out that car, that's what you got to do.
Would say that.
That's what he said. That's what you got to do. You have to do that. You have to do that. You have to live to fight another day. You have to live to be there for your team and to get to the stadium on time simply by saying, yes, sir, no, sir, here's my license, here's my registration, here's my insurance, give me my 2 tickets, and I'm on my way. All right. So next we got PBD.com podcast. Patrick Bet David. He is a podcaster that's really, really, really popular. And for me, he probably leans more to the right. But there's some people on his panel that lean right down the middle. So this is a brother I think that leans right down the middle. And the video that they showed right before this was the stock footage. Stock footage, audio, video, 30 seconds that we watched. Same thing that they played. Check this guy out.
Adam, because I know obviously that one cop was being a little bit aggressive, but what was the problem with this video and what people need to understand this? Comply with the officer's instructions. Why did he have an attitude? Why do you have to roll up your window? None of that would have happened. None of this would have escalated if you just listen to the cops, leave the window down, give him your ID. By the way, they're not pulling him over because he's black. They're pulling him over because he was going over 100 miles an hour, Adam, because he was late. Okay?
Was the car...
There it is. It's important to know. You got to say it. You got to say it. The man was going 100 miles per hour. I don't know that to be the case. That's what he said. But it's super important to be able to put that information out there for context, man. Context is important. All right. So we had a person, two people on the left, two people straight down the middle. Now I got a guy. His name is Coach JB. Been listening to him a little bit lately. He gives good football commentary. His social commentary to me is whack because it's out of context, right? It completely ignores a person's rights. So let's see what Coach JB and Big Smitty have to say. This 30-second video, 30-second clip. Check it out.
They didn't beat on your window because they were crazy. See, that's the shit y'all buy into in the chat, homie. He had the window opportunity to keep it down like he did. He rolled it up, and then he got banged on. Stop fucking adding these narratives, dog. You watched the clip just like I did. So you're going to listen to Tyreek Hill go on CNN last night and straight out lie and tell you motherfuckers that he got his window banged on. No, he didn't. His window was down. He rolled it up. Then they knocked. Go watch the fucking video. It's not a lie.
None of that.
You heard it yourself. You can imagine. I don't have to say it. You can imagine what this man's, even though he sounds like a brother, you can imagine that he probably doesn't have that much sympathy for the plight of those that have been historically marginalized, right? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say it that way and say it that way only. And so now we're gonna hear what Tyreek had to say. All right, we know he came out initially and said, I had no idea why I was pulled over. What I don't know how it got escalated that way. But after some time, after thinking, he was able to, after the emotion had died down, come to a conclusion that makes sense to me. And here's what Tyreek had to say in a interview that he gave. My whole life is all about accountability. Like, how can I get better? Said Hill. So right now, I have family members who are cops. We've had conversations. Yes, I will say I could have been better. I could have let down my window in that instant. The thing is about me is that I don't want attention. I don't want to be like cameras out, phones on you in that moment. But at the end of the day, I'm human. I gotta follow rules. I gotta do what everyone else would do. And I'm so glad that he put that out, man, because that gave him, that showed him taking responsibility. He is a role model. And in the black community, we have seen far too many times that the police have abused and misused a group of people, the black people specifically, black and brown people. I'll say it that way. I've seen it with my own eyes. However, most of the time, if you just comply, yes, sir, no, sir, whatever you need, sir, registration, insurance, license, most of the time you'll be on your way. If you escalate it and you got one of those bad apples out there, they're not going to de-escalate. There's going to be no parity. Now, you'll have some that will step back and let you have a fit, and most will respect your rights to run your mouth. However, you have a duty and responsibility to those who are in your work, who are those who are your loved ones, your teammates, your family, just those that are important to you, to put yourself in the best situation to go home. You do that by complying quickly as soon as you're asked. Anyway, these are my thoughts. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to holla at your boy. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. Please like, please subscribe, please share. I'm trying to grow this channel, and I can't do it without your support. I appreciate you, and have a great day. Peace.